हेलो हेलो।
वो कर टेस्ट 1 2 3 टेस्ट 1 2 3 टेस्ट 1 2 3 टेस्ट टेस्ट टेस्ट।
शेयर करें।
A very happy Doctor's Day.
about Aao Gaon Chale, and that is how the awards were instigated. Today we are going to have first three CMEs, and those three CMEs will help you to practice in your day-to-day life. Special CMEs have been arranged, and first topic is by Dr. Deepak Jumani to rekindle the life in spark in your life. He is an assistant professor at Sir JJ Group of Hospitals, Grand Government Medical College and Mumbai Police Hospital, fellow of regenerative clinical medicine, diplomat, American board certified clinical sexologist, fellow of American College of Sexology, ASECT certified sex therapist, course director and mentor, fellowship in clinical sexology, MUHS, co-chairman, IMA Initiative for Sexual Health. Lot of work he has done in this field. And of course, he's a IMA member. And we have been working with him and he has taken lectures across India. So let me welcome Dr. Deepak Jumani to deliver his address first. Yeah.
Thank you, Jayesh, for that sexy introduction. अच्छा पल जरूर आता है. Men do get erections, पर कमबख्त वक्त पे नहीं आता. पल पल सोच रहा था उस पल के लिए, वो पल भी आया पर कुछ पल के लिए. सोचा उस पल को रोक लूं और पल के लिए, पर वो पल न रुका एक और पल के लिए. This is what happens to men after 40, 50, 60, who have metabolic syndrome, who smoke, who take a lot of alcohol, are stressed, are on certain drugs. I thank Indian Medical Association. I'm a pure IMAite for the honor to share my views, thoughts, and concepts and passion, and also for the incoming award. With pranams to God and thanks to my teachers, Dr. O.P. Kapoor, Dr. Prakash Kothari, and Dr. Sashank Joshi, I beseech them to bless me always. Mitro, look at our Prime Minister, his hands are down. He gave us lockdown and GST, which helped us. Then he told me, Deepak, look, my hands are up. And I said, I will also offer unlockdown and my GST. And my GST to all of you is great sex therapy. At the beginning of marriage, every wife treats her husband as a god, Pati Parmeshwar. But somehow later in the marriage, I don't know what happens, the words change. Men after 40, what urges make men chase women they have no intentions of marrying? Is the same urge that makes dogs chase vehicles they have no intentions of driving. According to American Heart Association and American Urology Association, they have said there is enough evidence to prove that sex is the best prescription of good health and longevity, as it improves every system of our body. And it is also said, use it or lose it. Sexuality is a fundamental right. It doesn't stop at any age. But many don't discuss about it. They'll be very happy to discuss about their piles, fissures, cancers, heart disease. But no patients talk about, their personal, intimate issues. Doctors also don't ask about it. Let me give you a new perspective. Duke's longitudinal studies on aging clearly mentions that frequency of intercourse is a significant predictor of longevity in men. Swedish study way back in 1981 said that early cessation of sex was associated with premature death. And a carefully cohort study clearly said 50% of reduction was seen in cardiac death with more than 2 orgasms per week. Post-enjoyment of intercourse was a significant and moderately strong predictor of longevity for most of the women. Quantity is more important for men and quality is more important for women. Nobody has died of having sex. JAMA produced a beautiful review article saying that sexual activity triggering myocardial infarction is less to be worried about. A beautiful survey done way back in 2007 on patients, 8,000 patients, 50 years and above. 65% said they were sexually active. 45% said once a week. 70% sex was more fulfilling when they were young than when they were young. And 76% said sex was not boring at all. Another Australian longitudinal study of participants between 60 and 64 years. They all said sex was very pleasurable. 56% were women and 81% men all agreed to it. So 60 and 64. Now, this is a 1,506 participant study across the Sweden for patients above 70 years, above 70. So they said that they had more satisfied having sexual acts, they had no sexual dysfunctions, and more positive attitudes towards sexuality. Gina Ogden and Betty Dodson clearly say that all unmet sexual desires morph as symptoms of various psychosomatic diseases. Every male and female have some or the other bedroom woes today. If you look at males above 40, more than 40% of male have issues in the bedroom. And a beautiful survey said 62% of women were not satisfied with their sex lives. Impotence has been the common cause of divorces in India, across India. There are 12,000 cases pending in the courts of India. And the saddest saga is that severe erectile dysfunction was more common in younger men than in older men. India and China are having maximum number of diabetics across the globe. In fact, India has lost to China. And erectile dysfunction is one of the commonest complications of diabetes in men. So I call Chindia the erectile dysfunction capital of the world. It does affect the individual, it does affect the partner, and there is definitely a dent in the relationships. Let me give you a little deeper perspective. If you look at the male sexual response, it begins with the desire, which is the foundation, leads to arousal or erection, then there is ejaculation, orgasm, and resolutions. So it is having 4 phases. Issues can occur at every phase. A large KEM data with between 2002 and 2020, diabetics had erectile dysfunction males and premature ejaculation and low desire. All diabetic women had low desire and depression was seen in most of these women. 4 quadrant of patients having diabetes, hypertension, obese, and dyslipidemia are the barometer of men's health. These 4 patients will surely have erectile dysfunctions. And there is definitely a relationship between ED and the coronary artery disease. Men who have erectile dysfunction, sooner or later in another 3 to 5 years, they will land up with myocardial ischemia. In fact, the onset of ED preceded the symptoms of coronary artery disease by a mean of 24.6 months in most of these patients. So this 3 years, if you ask your patient's history of erectile dysfunction as early as possible, to a patient who has a family history of diabetes, hypertension, obesity, dyslipidemia, you can counsel him, change his lifestyle, give him all the necessary advice, and retard the onset of critical events in his life. This is a beautiful diagram to explain what actually happens when a man gets erections. This is the innermost lining of our vascular system, the endothelium. which produces endothelial nitric oxide synthetase. This potentiates the nitric oxide, which is the main chemical signaling molecule, which is the main currency of the cell, a miracle molecule, which enters into the corpora cavernosa, smooth muscle cell of the penis, converts guanosine triphosphate into guanosine monophosphate, cyclic GMP, with the help of a guanylyl cyclase. This cyclic GMP relaxes the smooth muscles of all the penile tissues and allows the blood to flow inside the penis. But sadly, this cyclic GMP hydrolyzes into 5-GMP with the help of an enzyme called PDE5. If you look at this, what we have today in our armamentarium is PD5 inhibitors to give you erections. But what basically we need to understand, to reach this stage, you need to come through this stage, and nitric oxide is extremely important for us. Even the respiration which occurs in our body is due to nitric oxide. If you don't have nitric oxide, that nothing works on your anything in the body. So as we age, nitric oxide decreases. So if we age, are we a disease people? No. If aging itself disease, it's not. Life itself could be disease. No, we must remember, after the age of 30, 35, we are all in a pro-inflammatory states. And anything which goes wrong in our lifestyle will trigger the inflammatory states, and we'll go into that inflammation stage. Effect of aging and cardiovascular disease in the expression of serotonin. If you restrict calories today, reduce glucose, reduce free fatty acids, excite the mitochondria to reduce ROS production, reduce TCA cycle, there is increase of NAD, the energy molecule, and this activates serotonins, which are anti-aging genes which are present in our body. Now, these serotonins, when they get activated, your metabolic austerity pathways are induced. There is reduced anabolism, reduced anti-inflammation, etc., and you expand your lifestyle. So serotonin activation is the first thing we all need to understand, for which you don't need any medicines. A lot of studies to prove this. The second important aspect is autophagy. Autophagy is nothing but cleaning up of all your cells. Our body has an innate mechanism present which cleans up every cell of our body. And the trigger is, again, calorie restriction or fasting. So serotonins, autophagy. And last is hormesis. You stress your body to a certain extent and make your body repair or adapt to the new stress. And that's how you can live better with hormesis. Exercise is a hormetin for our health. Even in sexual health, you know, many husbands come and tell me, doctor, it's boring. My wife is not interested, this, that, and all that. So you need to be innovative in the bedroom. You need to have creative ideas. You cannot be monotonous. If you do the monotony type of things, you know, it creates erotic boredom, and then this happens. So erotism is again a hormetic stimulus for sexual health. So 3 processes which are very important for optimum sexual health after the age of 30, 40 are activating serotonin pathways, autophagy, and hormesis. Endothelial dysfunction, which means no nitric oxide or less nitric oxide, this can be prevented or can be restored. We have several strategies for that. Dr. R.D. Lele, and my teacher gave us these options way back in 2007. So today what we have in our armamentarium is only PD5 inhibitors. We keep on giving Viagra, Tadalafil, that doesn't work. You need to understand desire is the foundation. And all these PD5 inhibitors are not desire drugs, they are erectogenic drugs. So we need to concentrate on the desire part of it, which is loss of desire. She has a desire and he doesn't have a desire. Even after 35, 40, he doesn't have a desire. And this is because of the testosterone, the low testosterone. There exists a therapeutic gap. All diabetics are testosterone deficient, and replacement of testosterone definitely helps these patients. With caution, you must see that he doesn't have a raised PSA, etc. Another aspect is diet, herbs, etc. We have beautiful herbs in the form of proteins or amino acids in the form of L-arginine and fenugreek, which increase the desire. Lots of studies to prove this. Mechanism why increases because the molecule fenugreek has a chemical structure exactly like testosterone. So it replaces the testosterone and makes more free testosterone available, which induces desire in the body. My last part of my talk, ethical perspective. So what is the flaccid truth in managing sexual dysfunctions beyond medicines? Lifestyle. You may be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, whatever it is. Make lifestyle as your first religion. If you improve your lifestyle, you reduce your pro-inflammatory status, reduce your insulin resistance, reduce oxidative stress, and also endothelial dysfunction is reduced, and you improve well-being and reduce the burden of sexual dysfunctions. A beautiful diet, please make a note of it. People always ask me, Doctor, kya khayega mera sex acha hoge? So this is the diet you can. But I don't give them any particular diet like Sarita Davre, ye khao 8 baje, 9 baje, ye khao 10 baje, ye khao. Nobody has adhered to any particular diet till date. We cannot adhere to any diet. So I give them a blanket permit. You reduce excess of SOS. Now, what is SOS? The first S is salt. If you take excess of salt, you might land up with hypertension. You need medicines for lifetime, and you may get sexual dysfunction, and it's a killer. Next is O, is oil. Excess of oil, you'll get dyslipidemia. You need medicines for lifetime. You may get sexual dysfunction, and it's a killer. And the last S is sugar, diabetes, medicines for lifetime, sexual dysfunction, and it's a killer. So tell them this right up front when they come to you. And fasting 12 to 16 hours a day, walk for 30 minutes a day, of which 10 minutes should be brisk walking and 20 minutes should be leisure walking, and sleep for 6 to 8 hours minimum per day. A beautiful study done by Cleveland Clinic. They said nutritional intervention in their study not only halted but even reversed the coronary. Look at this huge plaque, completely opened up, without medications, without stenting, without bypass, just with nutrition, no statins, nothing. So we have enough evidence to prove that nutrition can make a great difference in our lives. So it's a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and the strength of which body is capable of. We have so many innate mechanisms present in our body which can rejuvenate us, regenerate ourselves, refurbish ourselves. So how to rekindle the sparkle of your life? I mean, the sex sparkle of your life. See, life is a sexually transmitted gift with 100% mortality. We are all mortal beings, but we are also sexual human beings. You are not going to be what you are, fixed, immutable forever. We all change, and the midlife crisis is definitely there. The deepest choice of every human desire in a committed relationship is due to reconciliation of two fundamental human needs. The first need is we all love security, predictability, safety, dependability, reliability, permanence. All these gravitate as hope. Second is we need adventure, we need novelty, we need mystery, we need travel, we need journey and unexpected surprises between us. So the challenge is, besides these two things, partner says, I want you to be my best friend, trusted confidant, give me space, love me passionately, boost me all the time, give me belonging, give me identity, give me continuity. So negotiating relationship and getting relational intelligence is the key, the strong key in all stations of life. But it is essential for us to become fluent in the language of relationship. So commitment gets the most marriage mileage. Passion keeps on going up and down like the phases of moon. We need to have realistic acceptance and being creative in imagination, playfulness, novelty, spontaneity. Lifestyle modification, optimism, and control of metabolic syndrome are the keys. Midlife crisis can be sailed through the fire, and the fire can be rekindled anytime. So my concluding advice is, reverse the arrows of time. When you are adolescent, the present is used instrumentally as a means of future. Oh, I have to make a big house. I want to travel here and there. But when you are in 40s, 50s and beyond, think of the future as a means and the present as an end of it today. So secret of sexual fitness is love your body. You are unique, you are different. Nothing wrong. Height, weight does not matter at all. Give a U-turn to your metabolic imbalance. Have a regular rhythm of sex life. Increase your romance. Increase the touch between you two. I find couples hardly hugging each other, touching each other, not even saying I love you or anything like that. Increase the romance. There is no GST on romance. So you need to increase your husbands watch porn and wives work in the kitchen. What is the signal this man is giving to his wife? He's giving her a signal that he likes the girl in the movie more. This is wrong. Watch porn together if you want to get excited, but criticize the girl in the movie. That's better. Bedroom. Today, bedroom is used for everything else except sex. Bedroom ethics are bedroom is to be used only for sleep and sex, nothing else. Today, we don't find these two, but we find everything else in the bedroom. My take-home message is, nobody has died of having sex. No one. Post-coital deaths have been seen in patients who have had illegitimate relations after heavy drinking or heavy meals, etc. Have realistic expectations. At 60, 70, you're not going to be as 20, 30. So expect that. And you need to understand, it's not your enjoyment, it's your both. Samabhog means equal joy. For a conjugal living is important. Today, we have absolute disregard towards women's satisfactions. You have erectile dysfunction, you have early ejaculation, you don't take treatment, you deprive your partner of the right which she has to pleasure. So don't do that. Try and after play, man ejaculates, turns himself on the other side and sleeps. Mera kaam ho gaya. Rubbish. He's no concept of after play. What is after play? You should hold your partner tight after ejaculating, compliment her, thank her, tell her she was beautiful, she was awesome, and do everything what you do during foreplay, which is important. Because if you compliment your partner in the bedroom at that time, you are giving her a signal that you like her the way she is, and that speaks miles. Don't use your partners as a sleeping pill. What women can do, women also have certain roles to do. Regard him as a hero. Yeda hai, teda hai, lekin mera hai. Nothing wrong in that. Never give him any pressures to perform. These women are all abandoned by their partners, but they got a makeover done. And again, they were admired by their better halves. So my advice to all women here, spend your husband's money as much as you can. Go to the best parlor. Get yourself well dressed. Do all the makeup you can. And try and look as beautiful and as sexy as possible. Nothing wrong in that. A woman is the best masterpiece of God. She cannot be compared to anything. She's the best phenomenon in the universe. We are all born out of her. We must respect feminism. We must adore, we must admire, we must trust and respect. Look at Mahabharata, look at Ramayana, whatever it is. So, if a man who doesn't trust, respect, and adore feminism, I pray to God that he should get permanent erectile dysfunction, which is incurable. So the art and science of sexual fitness is based on what you put in your body and what you do with your body. Medicine is not healthcare. Food is healthcare. Medicine is sick care. It's time we realize this today. 2 times Nobel Prize winner. Please listen to this very important aspect. A man, a brilliant man, getting Nobel Prize twice in his life. Who gets Nobel Prize? Such a brilliant man, Dr. Linus Pauling, declared when he received the second Nobel Prize that nearly all diseases can be traced to a nutritional deficiencies. What else you want? Why you need to give expensive drugs, gadgets, this, that? So sexual dysfunction is not an option for anyone. It's how gracefully we handle the process and how lucky we are as the process handles us. These are all the 4 PD5 inhibitors we have. They are not desired drugs, and 40 to 50% patients don't respond to it. So we give them the Badsha, the testosterone, but we got to give it with caution. We can't give it to younger patients because they may develop azoospermia. We can't give it to older patients because they may develop heart failure or prostatic issues. So who's the Raja of all? It's L-arginine, which is a potent metabolic amino acid, very safe, fenugreek, regenerative medicines, and lifestyle modification. Activate sirtuins, autophagy, and hormesis.
Wow.
Unless we love and are loved, each one of us is alone. Each one of us is deeply lonely. Have unconditional love between you two, your partners for life. Voltaire beautifully said that monogamous relationship is like a garden and polygamous relationship is like jungle. There's nothing wrong in that. Jungle is also beautiful, but it's wild. But if you want to make your monogamous relationship beautiful, which is like a garden, you got to devote time. You got to put the right kind of fertilizer, seeds, water, give time. So Voltaire beautifully said, try and cultivate your own garden. And it's a choice you have, either be a gardener or a jungly. Choice is absolutely yours. So be monogamous. If you have issues, if you have patients whom you can't manage, please send them to a good doctor. He will see that he gets a good erection. This is my book, Sex Has No Expiry Date. My last slide. Friends, erectile dysfunction is prevalent and the earliest marker of coronary artery disease. To rekindle the sparkle of life, PD5 inhibitors are effective. Early diagnosis can be a boon. Beyond medicines, this can be managed. L-arginine supplements with fenugreek is a boon. Activate serotonin autophagy and hormesis. Diabetes remission is a fact and not a myth today. Erectile dysfunction is a correctile dysfunction. Love each other unconditionally and eternally. If you do so, sex really has no expiry date. Thank you all for your love.
Thank you, Dr. Deepak, for excellent presentation. Incidentally, he is also the recipient of the eminent personality today at the Doctors' Day award distribution. So we will again felicitate him that time. Will not felicitate him right now. Before that, we will start with the second talk, which is none other than Dr. Agam Vora, who is going to talk on the adult vaccination, because many of us, we know that formerly the pediatric vaccination was very important. The polio, triple and all those things used to take. But then today, last 10 years, the adult vaccination has taken a great shape. And Dr. Agam Vora is a fellow of American College of Chest Physicians. He himself is a chest physician with lot of work in the vaccinations. Recently, there are 7 to 8 associations joined hands to produce a book on the various vaccination therapies. He's a fellow of Royal College of London, FRCP London, fellow of Geriatric Society of India. Lot of fellowships are there, and more than that, he's running almost the last 20 years chest clinic in Mumbai at 3 places. He is a director of and he is going to join us on web. So, Dr. Agam Vora, over to you.
Good afternoon, everybody. And thank you very much, sir, for those nice words of introduction. And my only real introduction could be that I am a very active member of Indian Medical Association. And thanks to all of you for your unconditional love for so many years that has made me what I am today. At the outset, I must express my special gratitude to my teacher, late Professor Director Dr. K.C. Mohanty, who taught me respiratory medicine and made me worth be here in front of you. My parents, Dr. C.K. Vora and Mrs. Usha Vora, my father, saw to it that I become IMA's member. The day I got my results, he made me member. And I'm so grateful to you for him making me a member of IMA, because IMA is the platform that has given me various opportunities to express my views on national and international level. I am a Mumbai West, of course, and I am a national. Dr. Jayesh Lele, it's my 30 years association with Dr. Lele. I am a headquarters, Dr. Ashokan and Anil Bhai. I'm told that icing on cake is going to be Dr. Ketan Desai and Dr. J.P. Nadda sir's presence. My co-speaker, Jumani sir, every morning I wake up with Dr. Jumani's message. And of course, Snehal, my friend for more than 2 decades. All of you for sparing your valuable time and my patience. Of course, today is a very special day for you and me, for the entire medical fraternity, with the theme of healing hands and caring hearts. But you know that today also happens to be Chartered Accountants Day. Today happens to be a birthday of Canada and celebrated as Canada Day. Today is International Reg Day. It's a music. Early Birds Day, and I see so many people have joined. There have been early birds today. It's a Virgin Islands Day to celebrate Caribbean culture. Today also happens to be National Financial Freedom Day, National Television Heritage Day, American Zoo Day, National Postage Stamp Day, Postal Workers Day, and also National Creative Ice Cream Day. And of course, it is International Joke Day. And hence, to begin with, let's begin in a lighter vein. There was a doctor who was traveling in train from Bangalore to Trivandrum, and train started and he was traveling alone in that AC compartment. Sometime later, a couple of people gathered in that compartment. Along with them, a beautiful lady came and sat next to him in the opposite berth. Doctor was obviously happy looking at her and he smiled. She also kept on smiling at her. That made him even more happy. After some time, she got up and sat next to doctor. And doctor was bubbling with joy. After some time, she leant towards him and whispered in his ears that hand over all your cash, card, and mobile, or I will shout loudly and tell everybody that you're harassing me and you're misbehaving with me. Doctor started blankly at her. He took out a paper and pen from his bag and wrote, "I'm sorry, I cannot hear or speak. Please write on this paper whatever you want to say." Lady wrote down everything she said earlier and gave it to him. Doctor took that note, kept it nicely in his pocket, got up and said, "Now shout and scream." So for doctors, trust me, documentation is very important. Had he not had this document, he was in trouble. And that is what Dr. Lele is working very hard to tell us, that we must be very clear in our documentation. So let's learn from it and start documenting at least every time you vaccinate somebody. Let me share with you my journey for adult immunization. A decade ago, there was the first document by Geriatric Society of India. Luckily, I'm a past president of Geriatric Society of India. I got chance to work with document. API developed its first document way back about a decade ago. And then IMA, you and me have made one document under the leadership of Dr. Lele sir. It was life course immunization, right from pediatric to geriatric age group. API came out with its another document in 2020. And as sir said, last year, we released the guidelines called Harmonized Vaccination Guidelines by Association of Physicians of India. And it was released by our Vice President, Shri Jagdeep Dhankarji. As sir said, 13 associations joined hands, including our association, that is Indian Medical Association. It was Gynec Association, Pediatric Association, Heart Failure Association, Hypertension Society of India, Rheumatology Association, and on. Almost 13 associations joined hands to develop one common document which conveyed the same message of adult immunization. There is a definite need for adult immunization. Look at the list of vaccine preventable disease in India. People are still dying of influenza. People are still dying of pneumococcal disease. Hepatitis could kill, measles, rubella, typhoid, and you've got vaccines available for more than over a decade now. Still, this is highly underused. Why this is important? Trust me, it's not only pediatric population. Every adult, every geriatric person needs vaccine, because there is an age-related immunosenescence which reduces your resistance to infection and makes you more susceptible to developing disease. Your childhood vaccination cannot give you lifelong cover and lifelong benefits. The immunity may wane, and it may be the time to consider them for repeat vaccines. Chronic medical conditions have increased. People with diabetes, people with hypertension, people with various comorbidities, people of renal transplant and liver transplant are living for decades together. People on immunosuppressive therapy would need additional boost. Changing disease epidemiology with emergence and de-emergence of certain disease could make you prone to various infections, and there vaccination have got fantastic benefits. So vaccination benefits are not only related to health, but also economic benefits. And yes, it has got its impact on society. It reduces infectious disease morbidity and mortality. It has a potential to eradicate some disease, and we have witnessed all that. There are certain diseases which are almost like polio is a live example. It is almost eradicated. It reduces disease that has got potential for complications. Look at herpes. Herpes may not kill you, but the herpes neuritis could go on for decades together. If you vaccinate society, if you vaccinate a lot of individuals in the country, it has a potential to induce herd immunity. And yes, IMA has taken up a pledge. We are not going to misuse antibiotic. If number of infections are less, the antibiotic usage is definitely going to be less. With that, there are definite advantages economic, and yes, there is definitely social advantage with its impact on life expectancy and opportunity. Vaccination, for that matter, prevention is not only better, but trust me, prevention is far cheaper, and prevention is much easier. I was looking at what are the challenges, why you and me are not vaccinating enough, and we realized the problem is multifaceted. The problem was lack of national adult guidelines in India, and I take pride in putting a black strike through that. No, it's available now. Various associations have their own guidelines, but yes, IMA and API have combined all associations to come out with one single guideline, and hence now on, all associations are going to be speaking the same, like what you have of pediatricians talking same about pediatric guidelines. We have these adult immunization guidelines, which are going to be uniform, universal. Lack of awareness, yes. Somehow you and me are still not aware. We are still not stimulated enough. We miss opportunities for vaccination. We miss the opportunity to assess the vaccination status, and we miss counseling them. Lack of specialized vaccination centers. We do not know how to vaccinate. We do not know whether you can store vaccines from your clinic. We do not know if it requires, that biomedical license. We do not know whether you need emergency cards. We do not know there are going to be a special storage facilities, and like a drive among policymakers to promote adult vaccination. Whom to vaccinate? In fact, I was sitting in a meeting last week, and we were looking at normal people with no hypertension and diabetes attending government hospital for a variety of other reasons. And we wanted, in a span of 3 months, about 100 patients who do not have blood pressure or who do not have altered glucose tolerance. And you will be surprised to know that in 6 months span, we did not get adequate patients. We wanted 100 patients. We did not get 100 patients who did not have hypertension or diabetes. And if that is the state, if you and me are living in Mumbai or any other metro with the air which is so polluted, and with recent articles saying that, yes, there is a correlation of air pollution and your development of diabetes, everybody here is at risk. Trust me, you and me, your and my family members, your and my parents are also at equal risk. But still, any elderly, anybody above 50, anybody with chronic medical condition, anybody who's immunocompromised, pregnant lady, a traveler, or somebody who's on steroids, somebody on immunosuppressant, somebody who's an organ transplant recipient. Yes, these are the patients who are immunocompromised and would need vaccine. If you look at age 50 and above, people with chronic illness, immunocompromised status, and yes, mass gathering. And here in India, we have so many festivals coming up which would lead to a lot of mass gathering and put you at a high risk of contagious illnesses. Special population, elderly population, and there could be barriers of attitudes and belief regarding vaccination. It could be your and my hesitancy to recommend vaccination. It could be awareness about need for vaccination, even for adults. And then there are so many unmet needs. But target every elderly, I would put my extra effort in vaccinating them for influenza and pneumonia for sure. And if I get additional opportunities, I would want to consider diphtheria, pertussis, and even shingles. Immunocompromised patients, yes, I would target influenza, hepatitis B, Shingrix, pneumococcal, DPT vaccine, measles, mumps, and rubella, that is MMR vaccine, and yes, varicella vaccine. There are enough opportunities for you to consider vaccination. In the center, in the dark blue, I've tried to list what are the issues that you and me face which act as a barrier to adult immunization. Lack of surveillance, lack of national guidelines, lack of coordinated adult immunization programs, lack of recording system, missed opportunities, cost. Lack of providers' recommendation, treatment taking precedence over prevention, lack of knowledge, and vaccine hesitancy are a couple of issues. And we've got enough data available in our country. We've got so many pilot studies available to look at VPC burden. We've got multidisciplinary consensus now available. We've got national guidelines now available. And it is a time we incorporate vaccination into our regular checkups. Vaccination are far more affordable and far more cheaper compared to what they were earlier. And forget the cost. They've got superb cost benefit ratio. Being a chest physician, I would want to put my next 5 minutes on COPD, a global burden. Trust me, couple of years ago, COPD prevalence was huge, about 10.3%. And in India, we also believe that we've got about 7 to 10% of COPD prevalence, with third leading cause of death with 3.23 million people dying in 2019. And if I make very rough calculation, it would mean one death every minute. By the time I finish my interaction with you, it would be 20 people across the world that would die because of COPD. And scenario is not very different when it comes to COPD burden in India. 10% of total deaths in India are due to COPD and COPD related complications. And the major cause for death in COPD is COPD exacerbation. But not only that, COPD people could die because of inflammation in heart, in brain, and in other organs. And you may see COPD patients dying of sepsis. You may see them dying of cerebrovascular accidents, and you may see them dying of cardiac comorbidity. Bacterial and viral infections are the most common cause for bacterial exacerbations or viral exacerbations, and vaccination is one strategy which would reduce this infection and hence indirectly reduce the exacerbation of COPD. The most common cause of bacteria-associated exacerbations are streptococci, and the most important virus which is associated with exacerbations of COPD is influenza virus. And these exacerbators will have faster decline in lung function, they have poor quality of life, they'll have higher mortality and greater airway inflammation. The average cost for treatment would be somewhere around 44,000 rupees for single exacerbation if this patient requires hospitalization. And if you have to manage this patient in OPD, their average cost could be somewhere around 3 to 5,000 rupees. Looking at all that, we've got GOLD, that is the global recommendation for COPD management, speaks about vaccination, and it talks about vaccinating stable COPD patients. And these are the list of vaccine, and I would put my focus on first two vaccines, and that is going to pneumococcal vaccine and influenza vaccine. The incidence rate of pneumococcal disease in India, if you look at more than 60, is 31%. And if you look at younger, it is 13%. There are studies which say that compared to pneumococcal vaccinated individuals, far less number of people have to get hospitalized if they are vaccinated. COPD patients who have received prior vaccination have a better outcomes when they are hospitalized, and it is recommended for all COPD who are at a risk of hospitalization. The same is true for influenza vaccine. Do you know that 5 million people, up to 6 lakhs deaths worldwide occur because of seasonal influenza? And if we put that into right perspective, it would mean 70 deaths per hour. By the time we finish our scientific discussion between this 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., 70 people in the world would have died because of influenza and influenza-related complication. And influenza virus is the second most common virus which is detected for acute exacerbation of chronic bronchitis. There are enough studies which is done across the globe. We say that influenza is associated with acute respiratory illness. If I talk about these two vaccines recommendation, young patients 19 to 64, one could recommend single dose of a conjugate vaccine, that is PCV13, to be followed by PCV23, 8 weeks and later. And anybody above 65, it is recommended for all. And there are influenza, when we talk about inactivated influenza vaccine is preferred over live vaccine. It is recommended for everybody above the age of 50 years. I would conclude by saying that in India, programs to combat NCDs are primarily focused on diabetes, cardiovascular, and hypertension. COPD is one of the most neglected disease, and vaccination in high-risk patients would reduce the exacerbation rate. These are the list of vaccine which IMA recommends for all adults. This is the list which API recommends for all adults. And if you go on the website, Association of Physicians of India, you will find this for free download. I must thank you all for your patient hearing. And I must thank IMA for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Agam. Really, it's a vaccination is a boon, but many times we, in fact, fail to advise the patients on time. And then really, as you mentioned about the costing, it increases very badly. We thank Dr. Agam, who is a chest physician. Lot of vaccination he has taken care of. And definitely, I mean, if you're not here, I'm just showing you the certificate and the memento will be delivered to you by me in person. So thank you once again for being there and giving a talk. Now this third talk, which is going to be on the rural health management. In fact, last year we started our Gaon Chale project and revived the project. In fact, and lot of work has been done. At the same time, the today who is going to talk is Dr. Snehal Muchala. She is also IMA member. She is a cluster head of Acute 1, Acute 2, and Vistara at the Reddy's Laboratory. She was in clinical practice, but subsequently she joined the pharmaceutical arena. She was working for 9 years in Cadila Pharmaceuticals, Wockhardt Pharmaceuticals, and there are other two companies she worked for. But now she has been working for last 5-6 years with Dr. Reddy's lab, and a lot of association we have done during her presence. The last year we had 3 books. We had another one book on Chennai at Chennai when we had the CWC, and today also we are going to release one more book. We release the book, I will call Dr. Snehal to deliver the talk, because what our projects and our branches are doing it definitely would be there. And Dr. Reddy's themselves have got some project. And let us see what she has to say about this rural health management. Over to you, Dr. Snehal. Please do.
Warm good afternoon to you all the eminent members of IMA. And I would like to start my session first and foremost wishing everyone a happy Doctor's Day. And I would like to give a special gratitude to R.V. Ashokan sir, Anil sir, and Dr. Jayesh Lele sir for giving me this opportunity to take this session, a session which is very close to my heart. Before we start with, I just have a very quick, don't worry, it's not going to be more than 10 to 15 minutes talk, but very quickly, we just have a small quiz before we get into this topic. And I would just like everyone, if I could get an answer for this, it would be really nice. Can anyone say which movie song is this? Yes. Lapata Ladies, absolutely. It's Lapata Ladies. The movie, when it was released, I guess for the last 1 or 2 months, whomever we are meeting, "Arey, ye movie dekhi, Lapata Ladies dekhi, bahut achhi movie hai." Everyone had that smile on their face when they were talking about this movie. Coming on to the next one. Name the recent famous web series of Jitendra Kumar. Absolutely. All of us are great on this. Panchayat. Season 3 has already come and we all were glued, and probably we have watched all the 5 episodes at a time, right? Now the question comes, why did we like these series? Why did we like this movie? What was the reason for us to like this series or the movie? What was there that connected us with this? Reality, yes. Rural village, simplicity. A very simple story. And I can say that the people living in rural areas, they are simple. Their needs are simple. Simple people with always a smile on their face. And they're like, there's no that hanky-panky. It's like you do not have those like melodramas and all that. So very simple people. And one question, are their problems simple? Probably few of them, yes, but many of them, no. So coming with that, key characteristics of village life. Well, we all know that it is a small and closely knit community. Everyone knows each other in the village. Probably over here in urban areas, we may not know our neighbors, but in rural area, we know everyone. Sab log, mama, chacha, mausi, all of them. So it's very, very close community. A traditional way of a traditional and a simple way of living. No McDonald's, no Pizza Huts, nothing, but very simple and nice life. More reliant on the agriculture and traditional forms of livelihood and strong cultural connect. So that's what's the key characteristic of village. You have many advantages also. Peaceful and relaxing environment. You see, many of us like to have that peaceful life. We spend money and we go out for like that holidays. But I mean, we go out from this urban life. But over here in village, we do have this peaceful and relaxed environment, strong sense of community, affordable cost of living, close proximity to nature, and strong cultural heritage. But at the same time, there are certain disadvantages also. And one of the biggest disadvantage is limited access to healthcare, which we all of us know that yes, in villages, there are limited access to healthcare. So coming into my topic of healthcare in rural India. Before that, let's just get into little of statistics. 70% of the families spend around 60% of their annual income on health in rural areas. This is a survey done by a rural medical college. It's unpublished data yet, but 2022, this was been created. 93% of the amount spent on the health is mainly on curative and emergency care. Because preventive care is not taken care of, most of the money is spent mainly on the curative and emergency care. Invariably, men gets the preferred one. Adolescents and elderly are normally neglected over there. Poor families spend good amount of money, and especially they spend on the private sector because the public sector is not well developed in the rural area. So with that, I would just like to say that, yes, we do have around, I can say in rural areas, the healthcare services, for that they need to travel around 100 kilometers a day. Healthcare providers that are serving in the rural communities, many of them are not even qualified doctors. We do call them Jola Chaps. They are not even trained, but they take care of the healthcare system over there. 90% of the population do not have an insurance. So henceforth, this land up spending huge amount of money from their pockets. They take loans, and lifelong they do spend, I can say, their amount in repaying the loan back. Again, getting into more amount of statistics, 75% of health infrastructure or the medical manpower is there in the urban area, where only 27% of the population lives. We do have more amount of contagious, infectious, and waterborne diseases which have been present in the rural areas. Non-communicable diseases such as cancer, blindness, mental illness also is very, very high in the rural areas. If you look into the life expectancy is roughly around 63 years in a rural area. The infant mortality is around 80 per 1,000 live births. Maternal mortality is also very high, which is around 438 per 1 lakh live births. So how is the rural system working just now? I guess we all know about this, the sub-centers, we have the PHCs, and we have the community health centers. And the statistics do say that we do have around one amount of sub-center for around 5,000 population. And this is still not sufficient. There is good amount of vacancies which have been present still in the rural areas. This is the statistics which is from 2022. The primary healthcare requirement is around 23,000, whereas the requirement is 27,000, whereas the availability at this moment is only 23,000. Community healthcare at this moment, the availability is around 3,000, whereas the requirement is around 6,500 plus. The vacancies in rural area, there are so many PHCs where there is no 10% of them do not have a doctor. Nearly, I can say that around, around 35% are without a lab technician, and around 22% are without a pharmacist. Surgeons, gastroenterologists, pediatricians, psychiatrists, physicians, huge amount of vacancies present in the rural area. So then how do we take our turn and how do we help out? So this is a rural health advice. Well, thankful to IMA that yes, we have taken the first step, Aao Gaon Chale, which has been started, which has been initiated. The goal of this project is to bring about historic improvement in the health, village health scenario with the existing infrastructure through IMA. So what can we do? How can we help out? Well, the preventive medicine is one where we really need to work in. And that is in form of probably disease awareness, vaccination, screening, early diagnosis, maternal and child well-being, safe and water, sanitation, and also health education. Most important, anemia, which really needs to be taken care of. And if anemia is not corrected, maternal mortality rates are very high. So giving the nutritional awareness and also giving the right supplements, giving them the proper education, improving the healthcare, malaria control programs, menstrual health awareness, very, very important, and socioeconomic interventions and making women more empowered by which they can come ahead and to take care of themselves. Vaccination, another most important area. Even the primary series of vaccines are many a times neglected in the rural area. Children do not take the primary vaccines also. So we need to strengthen it. We need to train and give the capacity building, community engagement and awareness, address the logistics because vaccines do require cold chain. So how can we help that out? Also monitoring and evaluation and giving proper innovative tools or digital tools for the, I can say, for registration and also for the logistic purposes. Prenatal and postnatal, again, give proper access to healthcare, institutional deliveries, and nutritional interventions is something what we really need to work on. If you look into the non-communicable cancer is one of the most common. So probably having more of those awareness camps, more of those health camps, more of the, I can say the breast screening, the cervical cancer screening, which are preventable. So henceforth, these screening camps should be organized, give proper financial assistance to government schemes and also NGOs, and also addressing the social cultural barriers. Menstrual health also needs to be well taken care by giving proper hygiene awareness and also empowering and education. If you look into getting into more of awareness and guidelines, so giving for the health empowerment, awareness camps, reducing the stigma and taboos, and also improving the health literacy and also the healthcare utilization, which is very, very important. Proper education is something what we really need to even work in the rural area. Safe water, another important area which needs to be worked on. And because of this, good amount of communicable diseases can be prevented. So I will conclude that yes, rural health is vital for achieving sustainable development goals, improving overall population health, and also fostering inclusive growth. It requires proper coordinated efforts from government, healthcare providers, communities, and also stakeholders to build a resilient response and also accessible healthcare system in rural areas. So with this, I would just like to share my experience that yes, when I went for an I can say Aao Chalo project through Dr. Reddy's, where I did interact. It was a fun-filled day. I really enjoyed the warmth and the love which was being bestowed by the entire village was excellent. Few initiatives which IMA have taken and which Dr. Reddy's have supported is, yes, we have come out with various guideline booklets, simple booklets to manage the diseases like fever, cough, allergy, APD. And also now we are coming out with the headache management. So these are the different booklets which have been done. So in short, I would always say that, yes, health is wealth. Let's ensure that we bring back their smile on the face, and that smile should stay intact. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Snehal. And really, this is rural health is a very big and vast subject. We need to work on that. And I'm sure our all 1700 plus branches and the states will be looking after this. And in fact, a lot of questions I see into the chat box, but then I don't have so much time. It will be passed on to Dr. Snehal and Dr. Deepak. I think Dr. Deepak has also got some questions. I will request our National President, Dr. Ashok sir, and Dr. Anil Kumar sir, HSG, to felicitate Dr. Snehal. Please come this. आगल जी सब Just to mention that, in fact, we are running a project on vaccines, influenza vaccine. So all the doctors can book, sir, influenza vaccine. So you can book on the special link provided, and the project is being run for 3 months. We are giving costing lesser than the dealer's price, and it is for the family. In fact, this project we started about 3 weeks back, and the response has been good. Many doctors have been booking it. So thank you so much, Dr. Snehal and the entire Reddy's team for that purpose. Thank you so much. I will also request Dr. Kshitij Bali, Finance Secretary, to join on the dais. I will also request our Vice Presidents, Dr. Gunasekharan, Dr. Shiv Kumar Utture, and Dr. Suresh Gatta to join on the dais. We welcome all our senior dignitaries, past president, past HSGs. I will request our Secretary General, Dr. Anil Kumar Nair, sir, to put the medallion for our National President, Dr. Ashokan, sir. Thank you so much. Round of applause, please. It's a great moment for all of us. I will call upon Dr. Venkat Chalapathy to read the IMA prayer. Please be standing. You can repeat the IMA prayer.
Good evening, everybody. May everybody be happy. May everybody be healthy. May everybody be free from pain. May everybody be free from sorrow. May we be the healing cure beyond every greed and lure. Thank you so much.
I'll request Joint Secretary Dr. Munish Prabhakar to read the flag salutation. Please do not repeat. Please be standing.
Good afternoon. Please keep on standing. The flag salutation. We, the members of Indian Medical Association, stand here to salute our national flag. Its honor and glory shall be our light and strength, and its course shall be our course. We pledge our allegiance to it, and realizing our responsibilities as the accredited members of the national organization, we swear we will dedicate everything in our power to see it fly high in the Committee of Nations. Jai Hind, long live IMA.
Thank you, Dr. Munish. I will request our Secretary General, Dr. Anil Kumar Nayak, sir, for giving his opening remarks and talk about today's important function and give the briefing and highlights. Over to you, Dr.
Good afternoon. Our President, Dr. Ashokan sir, Vice President, Dr. Uttre sir, Dr. Gutta sir, Dr. Gunasekara sir, Finance Secretary, Dr. Kshitij Bali, Master of Ceremony, Dr. Lele, past National President, Dr. Rajan, Dr. Vinay, all the past HSG, all the office bearers of IMA, staff of IMA, and all the awardees who came from all around the country. I welcome you all on this Doctor's Day. As we all know, on 1st July, we are celebrating National Doctor Day to commemorate the birth and death anniversary of late Dr. Bharat Ratna, Dr. B.C. Roy. I also extend my heartfelt wishes to all the doctors present here and across the nation. Happy Doctors' Day to each one of you who tirelessly dedicated your life to the well-being of your patients, often at a great personal risk. Your unwavering commitment and sacrifice are the pillars upon which our society stands. This year marks a significant milestone in the history of Indian Medical Association. For the first time, we are proud to introduce IMA Dr. Ketan Desai Award for Aao Gaon Chale activities. This prestigious award will be honor the states that have excelled in the providing medical care in rural areas. Embodying the spirit of outreach and service, the state and local branches of the IMA were encouraged to adopt villages in their respective states. We will celebrate the state that have made our remarkable step in the rural health services. As we celebrate Doctors' Day 2024, we also take this opportunity to recognize and honor outstanding contribution in various fields. We received an overwhelming 167 applications for awards in the categories of academic excellence, community services, IMA leadership, eminent doctor personality. After a rigorous selection process, 26 distinguished doctors have been chosen to receive these honors, and their names will be announced during the award ceremony. On behalf of whole of IMA, I congratulate all the awardees for their dedication toward the medical profession. Let us take a moment to reflect on the significance of our roles and the impact we made in the lives of country individuals. I pray to the Almighty to bless all doctors and healthcare workers with good health, happiness, prosperity, and success. May we continue to serve humanity with greater vigor and dedication. Once again, I wish you all a very happy Doctors' Day. Thank you for your exemplary services and commitment to the field of medicine. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai IMA.
Thank you, HSG sir. And we will request our National President, Dr. Ashokan sir, to give his presidential address. Ashokan sir, please.
Senior Vice President Dr. Gunasekharan, past national presidents Dr. Vinay Agarwal, Dr. Rajan Sharma, national vice presidents Dr. Shiv Kumar Utre, Dr. Suresh Kutta, my beloved Secretary General Dr. Anil Kumar J. Nayak, and the Man Friday for IMA, Dr. Kshitij Bali, past HSGs, Dr. D.R. Rai, Dr. Narendra Saini, Dr. Aran Tandon, Dr. Jayesh Lele, office bearers of IMA headquarters, awardees, faculty, DMA President Dr. Alok Bandari, DMA Secretary Dr. Prakash L. Chandani, members of IMA, JDN, Yamasan, Dr. Snehal and team from Dr. Reddy's. First of all, greetings from IMA headquarters on this Doctor's Day. The most precious and most sacrosanct day for all the doctors of our country. I first thank my team for the past 6 months, I have had the privilege to work with the team, which I believe is the best team which has ever been assembled for any president. My dear HSG, a thorough no-nonsense man, a go-getter, whatever is asked of him, he has delivered. Impossible things, impossible deadlines, and it has been such a pleasure to work with him. My HFS, Kshitij Bali, don't get deceived with the childlike look that he gives you, beyond that very curious, innocent face lies a very humble man, and who has been one of the pillars in whatever we could do in these 6 months. And my real brainstorming team is my 4 national vice presidents. They have spent the midnight oil for these 6 months to really run the show. And the teams that we are really proud of are the JDN and Emerson. JDN under Dr. Abul and Emerson under Dr. Shalab have done such a wonderful work. JDN has been addressing the issues of our young doctors, and Emerson, by spreading into all the medical colleges of India, marking the presence of this national organization into our future doctors. And it will be wrong if I don't acknowledge the presence of Dr. Rajan Sharma, my own president, because a special relationship exists with my own president. And Dr. Rajan Sharma has been a person who is always cheerful. When the chips are down, if there is one person you can turn to for bringing your morale back, it is Dr. Rajan Sharma. Thank you, sir, for being here. And the real anchor of the team, as well as the Indian Medical Association, I should acknowledge, is Dr. Vinay Agarwal, a man who has been committed to the profession for the past 40 years. Every day is fresh, and every day there is some other idea. And he neither sleeps nor allows us to sleep also. So there has been a great working with you, sir. Thank you. And to you, fellow travelers of medical profession, let me confide that to all of us, I am sure those of all the doctors who are here, the profession has been a calling. I don't think there is a single person in this room who didn't have that passion to do it, or who didn't share the surprises of medicine every day in his life. We continue to do that. We continue to explore this science and art. Every day it's a new day, and every day we see it's a new. We learn, and more often we also unlearn many things in this journey of becoming a doctor. Well, there has been challenges, and life without a challenge, I think, is not worth living. The challenges have been twofold. Challenges are also inward. Challenges inside the profession, I can tell you, are more formidable than the challenges which are outside. So there is a large scope for Indian Medical Association to guide this profession in a right way. In a sense, the difficulties of this age, this consumerist age, visiting the medical profession has been catastrophic. The first and foremost challenge has been the industrialization of healthcare, corporatization of healthcare, the for-profit industry in healthcare. And this has made the doctors the employees. The leadership of healthcare has passed away from the hands of the medical profession to the industry. And this is not semantics. This has a large bearing on patient care. And we, in our journey of perfection in evidence-based medicine, are also losing our ground in clinical medicine. Clinical medicine is the basis of modern medicine. No amount of evidence-based medicine or technology can really replace our own clinical medicine. And the art of medicine. Clinical medicine is certainly different from art of medicine. I do find it's only in India and perhaps in few more southeastern countries, we still see the clinical medicine and the art of medicine living. Modern medicine cannot be science alone. Science alone cannot bring solace. So this is an asset which the West has lost. You need to know that modern medicine, today we are the frontier in modern medicine. We are the frontier in modern medicine because we couple science of medicine with clinical medicine and art of medicine. This the West doesn't have. It's an important asset in our journey as a profession. I think we should not lose. The external threats, the external challenges, the violence, the unfriendly legislations, and last but not the least, the challenge to the identity of the profession itself by mixing the streams of medicine. These are not challenges, which are not formidable. They are formidable. They are formidable, but we can overcome all these challenges. These challenges can be overcome by the profession just by uniting under the banner of Indian Medical Association. Coming to the current challenges of NEET. IMA has been with the youngsters for the NEET UG, which actually doesn't become in our constituency, but the overall people's constituency of who gets into medical profession. The IMA reacted through its IMA JDN, demanded a CBI inquiry, demanded punishment to the guilty, and demanded reforms to change the structure. And all these three have been considered by the government. Not by any agitation, but by the sheer weightage of the Indian Medical Association. That all these and more, an expert committee has been formed for reforms. And this is a huge opportunity. What IMA wants is not just redressal of whatever has happened. I think a whole debate on this, a national debate on not only NEET UG, on NEET PG, and next. Why leave next alone? It's an injustice. All the three have to be reformed. This is a huge opportunity. IMA sees it actually as an opportunity. It may be true that the current generation of our youngsters have suffered, they have sacrificed, but nothing comes without a sacrifice. Their sacrifice, Indian Medical Association, will take it as the investment for the future doctors. Bring in a total reformation. There has been some amount of injustice in all these three, NEET UG, NEET PG, as well as next. So I think no cosmetic change is acceptable. We need to go for a thorough overhaul after a national debate and a national consensus. And the current discussions going on the central law for violence, I am sure, on this Doctors' Day, there are three things which are perhaps we need to put up to the new parliament. Bring in a new central law. After all, it was drafted, put it in the public space, it didn't go to the parliament. It's awaiting in the chambers of the executive. That's one demand. Then the BNS. They were perhaps, the last parliament went through it in a time deadline. There's a lot of scope to improve, amend. And our demand has been that where there is no mens rea, doctors should be exempted. That demand stands. Awaiting that demand, the government can provide that section 26, which says that when a patient dies in the hand of a surgeon due to the treatment, the surgeon has not committed any crime. Let this be applied by default. By default. Only when you find that the negligence is in the order of recklessness, again, we are demanding an expert committee of medical experts who will process that investigation and then advise. So these are the most important. The third one that I would want all of you to take up is also the Clinical Establishment Act, our exemption of small and medium hospitals. If you remember that we came up with a health manifesto and a charter of demands. Our charter of demands was actually compressed into 10 demands. We are further compressing it into 3 before we go into the monsoon session. I think IMA should gear up for this. So, the message from IMA headquarters, yes, the situations are adverse. There are difficulties, but stay firm. I don't think the power of corporatization or the power of the industrialization of healthcare should blow us away off our feet on our ethics, on our etiquette, which are the best for the human civilization. So medical profession should stay put and rededicate itself to the purpose which we are designed for. It's for the patient. Our relevance flows from the patient. So in the service of the patient, let medical profession rededicate itself on this Doctors' Day. Thank you, my friends.
I will request all the dignitaries to join for the lamp lighting, please. Our NP sir, HSG sir. Thank you, President Sir, and all the dignitaries. Before we start with the video from our Honorable Health Minister, he has inability to come, so he has sent a video, and his message also has come to us, wishing every doctor for the Doctor's Day. I would request Dr. Snehal and Reddy's team to bring the books for the release. That is a headache management booklet. We are going to release another one small book along with this book, which is an algorithm, like how we release for the fever. As she mentioned just now, we have already released 6 books, and this is the 7th book in a row we are releasing. There are 2 more books in the pipeline. One is on nutrition and one is on the vitamins. So I'll request Dr. Snehal to give the books to our national president and HSG to release them.
So just very quickly, this is an headache guidelines, headache algorithm booklet, which we are very thankful for IMA to release this today on Doctor's Day. It's everything to simplify headache. So probably, yes, any patient having headache, how to start and how to end, when to refer, when to treat, everything has been mentioned in this booklet. It's at the stall also. So please do make use of it. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
The main booklets have not reached because of some issue, but those doctors who would like to have their booklets, please register with the Reddy's stall and give your residential address. They will be delivered directly to your residence by the Reddy's. Thank you, Dr. Snehal and Dr. Kana, who has come either from Hyderabad just to get the books. I'll request Dr. Abul Hassan to bring. This is a new portal we are launching today. Over to you, Abul.
Before Abul takes the stage, I want Abul to talk, but I also want this August audience to know one of the very major initiatives of this year's team is going to be an employment bureau for our young doctors. We are creating 3 verticals. A national portal where, in any state, anybody can work. IMA from the headquarters will facilitate this exchange of doctors to anywhere in the country. The second vertical is going to be overseas. International employment of our young doctors anywhere in the world. We are opening out the globe for our youngsters through IMA headquarters. And the third vertical is for the skill upgradation and career for our youngsters. If they want to upgrade their skill, go for higher education, that also will go through this portal. We have worked very hard on that, and I congratulate our JDN leadership, Dr. JDN and Dr. Karthik Prabhu, who has worked along with us in creation of this. Go ahead, Abul.
Thank you, respected President Sir and all the dignitaries on the dais. It gives me immense pleasure as the chairman of Junior Doctors Network of India that our long dream of establishing a job portal for young doctors is coming true today. It is formed with the objective of narrowing a gap between the increasing number of medical graduates in the country, about from 704 medical colleges, from 1 lakh and plus medical graduates every year. And also the unmet demand of medical professionals in the country and also overseas. We bridge this gap. As the President said, it has got 3 verticals: job opportunities in India, and overseas, and another vertical for career facilities, that means studies and training overseas. Of course, these young doctors will be immensely benefited from this platform because it is a very fair and ethical employment initiative process. And the hospital also will be benefited because it's a centralized uniform portal where they can recruit all the doctors, specialists, even MBBS graduates. And for the IMA, it is a wonderful initiative to unify all the doctors and bring all the young doctors to under IMA umbrella. So I thank the headquarters and also our president, secretary, and all the office bearers that this particular day will go a long way in the history of IMA Junior Doctors Network and also the history of IMA. And the domestic portal will soon started from within a couple of days' time. And the overseas portal will be open after a few days' time. Now I am very happy to hand over this poster to a national president. I'd request Dr. Karthik Prabhu, who has been handling this domestic portal, also to join me in the stage.
And also the members of JDN, if they are here, Karan, and other members of JDN may join here. Join. Karthik also can join. Sirs can join. There are many causes. Yes. The portal will be operational in a few weeks' time in this month. Karan, hold it. All details.
Yes, this is one dream. How to be here, how to be
Just stand here. Another very important sweet work we are going to do, and Kshitij will be very happy to receive the checks from the state branches as well as local branches, and to lead that is Dr. I'm talking. As you know very well, about last Central Council, we have taken a pass, and lot of work has been done by Vinay sir. Vinay sir, would you please join for the, naturally sir, checking check also is important. Yeah. So all papers have been submitted to the department, and we will be in a process of shifting within 1.5 to 2 months. The sanctioning is under process, and various sanctions are done. Some of them are remaining, especially the fire ones, I think, is remaining, I think, Dr. Vinay sir. And the remaining plans have been submitted. Yeah. And the work is there. So I would request, we would expect every member to donate something or the other. We have already kept two scans. You can just through the phone nowadays, we have the Paytm, GPay and other things. You can use that and pay from your account. Whatever the best you can. It is going to be a new building with lot of new gadgets, new services and new facilities. Because this building is nearly 70 years old and it requires a lot of work now, which last 3-4 years we have been managing it. But it's a high time that now we go for the event, and our Dr. Ketan Desai sir, our chief patron, has already initiated this donations, and a lot of states are donating. Every member is donating, and so today also we would expect that those who are come here just go down and scan scan and pay some amount as a token. And this is a very important work. The work will go for nearly 2.5 to 3 years minimum, and we would require second installment is due for this building to the NBC, that is National Building Corporation. One of the best agencies has taken up this job, and we will be doing it. And we are sure that the facility, every member it will be a proud moment for every member. We would request every doctor, every IMA member to donate that, because it's a thing of belonging. It's a thing of really your own building you should be proud of. And that is why we are making a request. So I would request Dr. Mehul Shah to start the checking, and Dr. Anil Bhai. Yeah. From the Gujarat team, already the Gujarat has donated a very handsome amount, and with today's collection, they will be crossing 1 crore. Great efforts.
Today's we have taken the 20 lakhs of checks. Today's we are giving on this auspicious day of National Doctors Day.
All the donations are covered under ATG, so that you will get the benefits from income tax. There is no GST applied, so you can freely donate, and you can give the checks to us, and we will be sending you the GST receipt and the TDS receipt to your income tax benefit. So thank you so much. I am a Gujarat team. Next is from the team from the IMA Rajasthan, I think. Rajasthan? Tamil Nadu, yeah. Tamil Nadu is also there. Dr. Abul, the president, and Tamil Nadu team, Dr. Karthik, he's a secretary. Anybody else is there? Yeah, we are. देता हूँ ना. Amount. Yeah, 5 lakhs. Great. And now comes IMA.
The president of IMA Tamil Nadu, he himself declared donation of 25 lakhs. Personally, before I was in yet donated 5 lakhs, today second check of 5 lakhs. He will give in 5 installments.
IMA New Delhi, I would request the Delhi team to come and give the checks to the president and secretary.
It is Delhi Karol Bagh branch, so I request the guys to come on top. Come fast.
ये दिया और लिया. Take and give.
This from right to left.
Mumbai Vista. Thank you.
You spoke very well.
This is from IMA Mumbai West Branch, Maharashtra. 3 checks the member has deposited in our branch, but since I came here, I could not collect it. It will be deposited in the bank. There are 25,000. 3 checks are there. It will be deposited at the bank, and details will be given to you within 2 days. And IMA Rajasthan. Member wants to donate today, please scan and give the donation.
Sir, other than 5 lakhs donated in the meeting, I gave to 1,92,000 here, and 1 lakh check is there with me. I will give tomorrow, sir. Thank you.
As you know, every drop counts and every drops is added to our collection and it will go a long way for 3 years to collect it. Herculean task our Ketan Desai sir has been guiding, and I'm sure every member will be happy to donate, and I'm sure the money will be. Yeah, our total expectation for the 70,000 area built up is 70 crores. So we need a good amount of funds, and I'm sure we should not lag behind in giving it to the IMA. What IMA has been doing, we don't have to say everywhere. IMA, you see every day. Today it's called a brand in the IMA, in the medical associations. We are leading. Lot of work has been started. So I would request to start the video of the video. This is a video sent by our Honorable Health Minister Shri JP Nadda, and I will request audio visual team to play the video.
Celebrate the global medical fraternity that touches life, heals wounds, and brings hope to countless souls. Here, at the Indian Medical Association, you stand as a pillar of support for our healthcare professionals across the nation. Today, I am proud to inform you that Indian Medical Association, which started at one time with 202 members, now has over 4 lakh members, making it the largest medical association network since inception of 1950. The IMA played a very crucial role during the freedom struggle, and after independence took up the responsibility of combating epidemics and pandemics shoulder to shoulder with the country. The IMA has been instrumental in the eradication of smallpox, polio, tuberculosis, in controlling HIV, and many other waterborne and airborne diseases. Additionally, the Indian Medical Association has been pivotal in addressing various issues related to medical profession in collaboration with the government. No words of thanks and appreciation can adequately commemorate the services given by doctors during COVID-19, who selflessly serve without regard of their claim. Today, I pay homage to all those who lost their lives and assure members of IMA that addressing the difficulties will be a drag of our ministry. My greetings and best wishes to medical profession on this day, observed in the memory of the legendary Harpoon Dr. B.C. Roy. The Indian Medical Association, as the largest professional association of modern medical professionals, has continually advanced the promotion and advancement of medical and allied science. The improvement of public health and medical education in India, while maintaining the honor and dignity of the medical profession. The government of India deeply appreciates the efforts of doctors during COVID-19 pandemic. Since time immemorial, doctors have been the strength of society, keeping it healthy, fit, and strong. Today, the government of India is expanding the medical infrastructure. The MBBS and the PGC have increased 126% in the last 10 years under the guidance and dynamic leadership of Prime Minister. The flagship program, PMJ, scheme was launched in 2018 during my first Senate. More than 30,000 crores have been spent on medical field of the underprivileged through this scheme last. I urge IMA to ensure that the benefits of PMJ are extended to the beneficiaries by all their members. Primary health has also received new focus in the last few years. There is a focus on quality at the 1.73 lakh Ayushman Arogya Mandirs. The patient's footfall has seen an exponentially increase from 13.5 crores in 2019-20 to 121 crores in last 1 year. I urge the Indian Medical Association to partner with this in this endeavor through its program, Gaon Chale Abhiyan. The IMA has always partnered with the government of India in making India polio and smallpox free in the past. And now it is partnering to make India tuberculosis free. Once again, my heartfelt thanks, best wishes to all medical professionals on this doctor. Thank you.
Thank you. Letter will be also sent to our honorable minister, and really, we look forward to have a great association with him. And I'm sure our leaders will take the opportunity. And in fact, he mentioned most of the programs which we have been joining it. Now, the time has come to give this year's first most important award launched last year. That is the Aao Gaon Chale project. And this project was launched about 15 years back in the past. That time it worked for some years, but later on it was not continued with the great vigor. But last year, again, this project was revived, and many of our branches, states have started working on that. In fact, last year, lot of proper guidelines, approach, and what kind of a Aao Gaon Chale project should be taken, how to deal with that, how to have the vaccination, how to have the checkups in a very, very systematic manner has started. And in fact, we launched the Google form also, so that every month the branches and the states can report what work we have been doing it. And the vigorous committee checking was done on the follow-up. And subsequently, our President Dr. Ashokan sir guided the award committee, and he has selected 3 states for this first 3 years award, first year's award. First award being given to the state of IMA Gujarat. I would request the president and the secretary and Anil sir to come and receive the award for this IMA. Yeah, this is the first award with a 3 lakhs of rupees to the state branch. Congratulations. That's right. Second award is being given to IMA Maharashtra State, but Dr. Thackeray, President and Secretary, could not receive it. So we have been deputed, that is myself and Dr. Anil Pasnekar, Vice Chairman, to receive the award. I would request Dr. Utture to join this of receiving the award. And the award is 2 lakhs be given to the state. Anil, please join. You will give, sir. And a third award of 1 lakh rupees goes to the IMA Kerala State. So I would request the Kerala President Secretary to join on the dais and receive the award. Please, please. Please, thank you. These awards were given by Dr. Reddy's team. So we thank Dr. Reddy also for giving this award, and I'm sure they will do such work every year also. Thank you. We are going to start the actual Doctors' Day award, and there are two awards we would like to give in earlier because they would have requested that they would be leaving early to catch the flight. So I would request first is Dr. Ratanpal Chaturlal Saha, who has been not only in the medical field, but has been doing a great work in the community medicine, like donating water pumps, looking after the poor villagers, giving them benches, steel cupboards, and in many schools and such other things. So not only is giving the medical aid, but he is also giving the help other than the medicine. Please. Sir, everybody, there are 26 awards. No, sir. This is, we are giving you out of turn.
बहुत लोग तैयारी करके आते हैं, फैमिली वालों को लेके आते हैं.
I will request Dr. Shah to give two important works. Dr. Shah, please. I would request all the awardees to come and stand on the right-hand side so that it will be easier for us. They will receive the award from the right-hand side and they will go to down the stage from the left-hand side of the stage. So all the awardees can come on the right-hand side. So it will be a better so that we can manage it better. Dr. Shah, please.
Respected our national president, respected our national president, Dr. R.V. Ashokan, President of IMA Headquarters, Honorary Secretary General IMA Headquarters, Anil Kumarji, and all other central and state officials medical delegates, dignitaries on the dais, and all my dear friends and colleagues. As I stand in this reputed IMA hall, it gives me immense pride and pleasure to accept this much coveted IMA Headquarters Award for exemplary role in the community social service on the auspicious occasion of the Doctor's Day. This is a matter of honor akin to receiving Lifetime Achievement Award, recognition and acknowledgement towards my humble community social service since last 57 years. Out of first 57 years, 7 years, it was for my bread and butter, and 50 years for community. So I started 50 years back. I started this work in the city of Kalyan and rural area of Murbad, which happens to be my native place also. And it is also in the state of Maharashtra, hence very close to my heart. I only pray to God to give me opportunity to serve the masses on the larger scale in the future. And I am an appreciation of my humble service to mankind, which certainly raise my confidence and morale to boost my social activities on much broader horizon. I am fortunate to have my wife and my family here to witness the prestigious, joyous moment. And I express my gratitude towards my family for who always encourage me and helping me to maintain balance in my medical practice as a dermatologist and my passion for community and social service. I wholeheartedly thank and express my gratitude towards Indian Medical Association for taking note and recognizing my social activities and stimulating me to take few steps further in my endeavor for social upliftment with their sincere compliments, which I will cherish in future. Thank you very much for being a patient audience. Jai IMA, Jai Bharat.
Sir, please understand, sir. Dr. Shukla Ben Rawal from Gujarat, Onja. Dr. Shukla Ben, please come on the. All the awardees, please knows that the awards and the photos will be uploaded onto the website, and the link will be given to the every awardee so that they can just download whatever photos they want. So, and they will be good quality. I assure you that it will be given to every member. So don't try to take the photos with the small phone. And right side, they can just stand there so that it will be facilitating faster. We'll go in the series what the way awards have been given. First is an academic award, Professor Dr. Putul Mahanta. He is from Guwahati, Assam. Dr. Mohanta, please. Yogesh, PPT. PPT udhar. एक वो किसका है देख किसका है वो हाँ तो बाजू मेरे पास दे इधर ला ये नहीं ये ठाकरे का है इधर रख तू छोड़ बाजू में रख Dr. Bhavuk Garg, he is awarded in the category of academic award. He has been giving services in the rural and the slum areas in various tribal areas, which is important. He is from Delhi state. Yeah. Thank you. Next academic award is Dr. Kedar Mehta. he is from Vadodara, Gujarat. He has published 116 papers published in various national and international index journals, which is very important. He attended various mobile camps in rural areas, went to their houses and checked the patients. And especially in the tribal areas, he has been working. He is from Vadodara, Gujarat, Dr. Kedar Mehta. Next academic award is for Dr. Kiran Godse. Dr. Kiran Godse. Congratulations. Kiran Godse, I have already mentioned. He is from Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra. He has done activities national as well as international level, attended many meetings. Dr. Kiran Godse. Next academic award is Dr. Pushpendranath Ranjan. His paper was published in 155 publications. He is from Karol Bagh, Delhi. Dr. Pushpendranath Ranjan. Dr. Godse. Facility होती है. Thank you. Congratulations. Now comes Community Service Award. Dr. Kandimala Jayamma. She is from Chilkaluprit, Andhra Pradesh. She is from Chikalpur, Andhra Pradesh. She was a MLA in 89-94. Her aim is to complete old age homes under the construction for poor and old women. Next award is Community Service Award. Dr. Uday Ranchoddas Gajiwal. He is a co-founder of Divya Jyoti Trust in Surat. And the main aim is to help the poor community. He has been attending various camps and treating lots of patients free in a negligible rate. He is from Mandvi, South, Gujarat. Dr. Uday Ranchoddas Gajiwal. मैडम हाथ में लो, इधर से उतरने को नहीं होएगा, वो हाथ में पकड़ के. मैडम 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 Next Community Service Award is Dr. Anandi PG. She is from Madurai, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Anandi PG. She is obstetrician, gynecologist, infertility specialist and sonology, Annai Hospital, Sri Test Tube Baby Center, Madurai. This will be taken by Dr. Karthik, Secretary, Tamil Nadu State Branch. State Secretary. There is a special award for rural service. Dr. Ketan Desai, Our Gaon Chale Award for rural service. Individual award, this is Dr. Paras Dilip Kumar Shaha. He is from Rajkot, Gujarat. He has done many social services and organized many Bilod camps on Doctor's Day. He is from Rajkot, Gujarat. Dr. Ketan Desai, Ao Gaon Chale Award, individual for rural service done. Dr. Hema Francis. She is from Nendumangat, Kerala. Under Ao Gaon Chale, Kerala State Branch started project on Sneha, Hastaram and the community outreach program. conducted many health camps in hostels and schools. Dr. Hema Francis. Third award is individual award, that is Dr. Ketan Desai, Our Gaon Chale Award. Dr. Chitra Jain. She is a consultant obstetrics and gynecologist, very active, working in rural area and rural services. She is from Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. Dr. Chitra Jain. It's a very proud moment for Jain sir. Thank you. Another individual Ao Gaon Chale Project Award, Dr. Ketan Desai, Ao Gaon Chale Award, goes to Dr. Rekha Agrawal. She is from Jhansi, UP. She has done various activities at the village and the tribal hostels. So Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh, Dr. Rekha Agrawal. One more, Dr. Ketan Desai, Ao Gaon Chale Individual Work Award for the Rural Services. Dr. Pradeep Pandey, he has done MBBS from Lucknow and received various awards in the category of the rural service. He has been working very hard. He is from Haldwani, Uttarakhand. Dr. Pradeep Pandey. Now we have a different category, that is Eminent Doctor Personality Award. It goes to Dr. Professor Alok Agrawal. He is from Raipur, Chhattisgarh. Dr. Alok Chandra Agrawal. He is very actively participated in local and state branch activities, working rural activities also. Dr. Alok Chandra Agrawal. He is from Raipur, Chhattisgarh. We also have Eminent Doctor Personality Awards. Dr. Neelam Mohan. She is from Delhi. One of her most inspirational women doctor who has balanced the various pillars of medical profession. She is from South Delhi, Delhi State Branch. गौतम वो अवार्ड किधर है आखिरी का बाजू में रखना देना नहीं किसी को Eminent Doctor Personality Award, Dr. Satish Kudshekar. He is from Goa. He has represented BFW World Senior Championship in Korea at the age of 75. Such a great personality, still working very hard. Dr. Satish Kudshekar. Congratulations, madam. Are, no, you want to need help? Eminent Personality Award goes to Dr. G.V. Basavaraja, recipient of Dr. Gopal Das Oration Lecture at Bangalore. Odisha Pedicon, recipient of Dr. Anand Sandalya Oration Lecture in 2022. Marsilicon, recipient of M.R. Shenoy Oration Lecture 2023. Publication of books and chapters more than 100. He is from Bangalore, Karnataka. Dr. G.V. Basavaraja. He is a pediatrician and he is the president of IAP. Eminent Doctor Personality Award, Dr. Deepak Jumani. You have heard his lecture. He is the only Indian to be appointed on the scientific committee of all premier associations on sexual health, ISSM. He knows 13 languages, almost all Indian languages. Worked in French, German and Arabic. He is also a police doctor, so-called. Mumbai West, Maharashtra. Dr. Deepak Jumani. Excuse me. IMA Leadership Awards now. Dr. Kavita Yadav. Dr. Kavita Yadav. She is from Rewari, Haryana. She is not only a prominent speaker, anchor, singer, but dancer also. She is a producer of Manka Radio and online music channel, Rewari, Haryana. Congrats, Deepak. Great. Dr. Kavita Yadav. We have IMA Leadership Award, Dr. Mahendra Kumar Jain. He is from Vidisha, Madhya Pradesh. He has worked in many governmental projects, Vidisha, Madhya Pradesh. Excuse me, please. Excuse me. Dr. Mahendra Kumar Jain. We have another IMA Leadership Award, Dr. Faryad Mohammed. He has been working in the service doctor wing in IMA for a long time. He is from Bhilwara, Rajasthan. He is awarded Udyami Award 2021 by Zee Rajasthan TV for social services during COVID at Bhilwara. Dr. Faryad Mohammed. वो जो रहेंगे वो करेंगे अभी करो या फ्रेंड्स जो निकल जाएंगे डॉक्टर फरियाद मोहम्मद IMA Leadership Award Dr. Priya Karthik Prabhu. We have seen Dr. Karthik Prabhu working and his wife is also matching to that. So Dr. Priya Karthik Prabhu, she is from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. She has participated as speaker in various conferences. She is, I think, president of the Coimbatore branch, president. So we welcome Dr. Priya Karthik Prabhu. Friends, there is a high tea served on to the second floor. So they can have some tea, coffee and snacks on the second floor. After the function, it will be released. After function. I will request Dr. Kshitij, please be seated, friends. 2 minutes. Please be seated.
So the easiest job is given to me for a vote of thanks. As we come to the close of this wonderful Doctor Day celebration ceremony at IMA headquarters, it is my privilege and honor to extend a vote of thanks to all those who had made this event a memorable one. First and foremost, I would like to express a heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Minister of Health, JP Nadda ji, who has sent his video message and good wishes. I also pay my due regards to our National President, Dr. R.V. Ashokan sir, our HSD, Dr. Anil Kumar Nayak, and our National Vice President, Dr. Guna Shekharan, Dr. Suresh Gutta, Dr. Shiv Kumar Utre. I also pay my regards to all our past national presidents and secretary generals who have taken out time to be amongst us to celebrate the occasion. I also want to thank the organizing committee and the entire staff of IMA headquarters for the meticulous planning and execution of the flawless event. Your behind-the-screen efforts have ensured that everything ran smoothly. National Day Award is a significant occasion to pay tribute to the selfless service and innumerable contribution of doctors in India, thereby serving as a reminder for the crucial role they play in safeguarding the health and well-being of individuals and communities. National Doctors' Day is annually celebrated in India to acknowledge and recognize the invaluable contributions of Indian doctors. Special thanks to all doctors who have come today to celebrate a day marked for them. Your unwavering dedication, hard work, and compassion are the backbone of our health system. Your tireless effort in ensuring the health and well-being of the citizens is deeply appreciated by all. I congratulate all the awardees who have come from various parts of the country to accept their awards. I also appreciate the efforts put in by various states that have given the prestigious IMA Ketan Desai Award, Aao Gaon Chalo. Last but not the least, big thanks to everyone in the audience for sparing time for participation, enthusiasm. They have really made the celebration special. Let us all continue to appreciate and support our doctors, not just today, but every day. Thank you once again. Have a great evening. Long live IMA. Jai Hind. Can I have your can I have your attendance, please? Please wait. Turn this side. National anthem is going to be played. Everybody, stand up. 1 second.
Please be silent.
National anthem. Janagana Mana
Adinayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidada Punjab Sindh Gujarat Dravid Kalavanga Vindhya Jala Yamuna Ganga Ujjala Jala Sisaranga Tab Shubha Naame Jahe Tab Shubha Sisha Mahe Gahe Tab Jaya Gadha Janagana Mangala Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidada Jaya He Jaya He Jaya Jaya
Jai.
Long live IMA.
Long live IMA.
जो भी अवार्ड है उसका फोटो उनको व्हाट्सएप पे मिल जाएगा. डोंट वरी अबाउट फोटोग्राफ्स. यू विल गेट ऑन योर व्हाट्सएप नंबर विच वी हैव.